Howdy, howdy, howdy. Finally, senior citizen here, greetings boys, girls, and all of our non-binary friends, and welcome to this, another episode of Disco Elysium. I understand better what I'm going into, and so I am not well prepared. I only have 4 healing items, and I should probably make sure I'm healed. And I'm going to have to be quick on the morale. But I understand I'm basically heading into a boss battle. I'm going to do my very best. I've quick saved to this point and talked to Leo. So we're going to go in and talk to the big boy. Now, I had some points to spend, but I've got rigorous self-critique because I opened up another one of these, and I have no points at all to spend in here that I can, there's volition, there's nothing, no points. So, hopefully, I'll be able to survive. It's gonna hurt, but coffee in the giant thermos is still lukewarm. A stair made of pallets leading up. And of course, my favorite, the only thing that I can remember, a taxidermy fish that tells time. Thank you, Evrart, for your taxidermy fish. That I do appreciate. Well, we might as well get started.
Before you is a walrus of a man seated behind a large desk. He looks up from his work, not the least bit surprised to see you. With great effort, he straightens himself up in his chair, yet says nothing. He simply stares at you.
I could say, are you in charge of the dock workers? I think I said that last time. I could say, let's get straight to business. There's been a murder. Or I could just leave without comment, which would not help. I've come this far. I would have made a whole song, I've come this far, etc., etc., but, the reference to the reference song failure. I think no niceties. Let's get straight to business. There's been a murder.
Welcome, Mr. Dubois, Mr. Kitsuragi. It's good of you two to stop by. Please, have a seat.
Well, if I'm going to get straight to business, he is just going to ignore me, isn't it? Isn't he? And he gestures to the tiny chair opposite to his giant desk.
I'm Evrart Clare, head of the Demonetized Union here in Martinez.
And he relaxes into his chair and continues.
I'd offer you my hand, but unfortunately my health prevents me from getting up. You understand?
Yeah. And I wonder how you get here every day.
He looks extremely comfortable. The tiny folding chair, on the other hand, looks like a torture device.
You go ahead, detective.
Thank you, Kim.
Whatever he has in store for you, it can't be good, he thinks. I'll do my best. Forget about that. What's with this Dubois stuff? You're getting some seriously bad vibes from that name.
I'm really afraid of this one. In which case, that's probably why I should... Why are you calling me Mr. Dubois?
Please, Mr. Dubois, let us converse in a civilized manner, as equals. Take a seat. I insist.
No way to put this off, is there?
It's nothing. Yes, that's probably right. It's nothing. Forget about it. Filter it out.
Excellent,
Take a
Mr.
seat.
Dubois. I can see that you're a reasonable man, and reasonable men can be of great use to one another.
He gives you a sly wink Remain serious. Try to wink back, or damn, this chair is uncomfortable. I'm gonna remain serious.
So tell me, how can the head of the Demonetized Union help a representative of the Revachol Citizens Militia today?
The chair you're sitting on has got to be the most uncomfortable chair in the world. It's violating your backside.
Yeah, now I wish I had more of these. But there we go anyway.
By the way, I heard you got a rather rude reception from a certain Lawrence Gart. Some people have no manners, it pains me to say. This should take care of that nonsense.
He points to a giant novelty check on his desk. It's absolutely
It should be sufficient to cover your
huge.
expenses for a few days and patch over your differences with a cafeteria manager. Go ahead, take it.
He pointed it
Wow,
again.
that's 25 real. That's good money. You need it.
Wait, you know God? Thank you, Evrart. Take the comically large check. Take the comically large check, but don't say anything. Keep it. I'm good. Leave the check. You can take that comically large check and shove it up your ass. Leave it. Let's see if I can derail him. Wait. You know Gart?
Yes, I know Lawrence. He's a real character. No union man in him. A real piece of work, that boy is.
With a grin, he points to the check again. It's like you're on a game show. At least don't thank him for it.
Thank you, Evrart. Take the comically large check. Take the comically large check, but don't say anything. Keep it, I'm good. Or the insertion of large check. I know from last time that he points it out and then I end up. So I am just going to thank him for it and take it so that I don't bumble around through that.
Don't mention it. But also, don't forget it. I'm just kidding, of course.
He's not.
Yeah, he's not kidding. He was, I know from last time with all the little sly things, he's not joking about anything.
Now, I'd like to set your mind at ease about one other matter. Your lost gun. Let me assure you, Union people are on it as we speak. I've got my best hounds looking for that lost gun.
Okay. I am prepared.
His slug-like lips move, but all you hear is an echo. Lost gun, lost gun, lost gun.
Is this fun?
The world is swallowed by a black hole.
There
of
we
fear.
go.
Only two
I
words
got it, right?
escape its gravitational pull.
Okay.
Lost and gun. When he said, "Don't worry," he actually meant, be very worried.
How do you know about my lost gun? I'm not worried. I got this. I would appreciate any help you could provide. I'm not worried. I've got this.
Are you all right, Harry? You say you got this, but you seem a little anxious to me.
Oh,
Don't
do I
be.
have enough?
Everything's going to be all right. It's not like you left it loaded. You didn't lose a loaded gun. Local children aren't out there playing with it right now, pointing it into their own mouths. It's in a safe place. I just know it. I have a feeling everything's going to be all right.
Just drives that knife in right between the ribs with every couple sentences. Every paragraph drives that dagger in just a little bit more.
It was loaded. There were 2 bullets in it. You always keep at least 2 barrels loaded.
Only an 8% chance. Yeah. Kim? Kim? Turn to Kim. Or a composure challenging, don't panic. You know? There's always the possibility I might be able to keep it together. There are a lot of times I didn't panic when I was hungover because I didn't fully realize the gravity of the situation. I'm going to give it a shot. 8%? That's high.
God, you're sweating. Your knee is jerking. You're about to cry, aren't you? You're about to cry because you lost your gun and those children are going to shoot themselves with it.
No, I'm not about to cry. Try to stay cool. So what? Men can cry too. But I'm going to try to stay cool in front of Evrart and Kim. No, I'm not about to cry.
Mr. Dubois, you don't look so good.
Okay, be prepared here. Morale.
What is this, Mr. Dubois? He keeps repeating. What is he trying to pull here? You need to cool the fuck down. Chill.
Head pounding. Stomach queasy. I'm thirsty. It's hard to think, and I'm trying to play hardball with this fellow. Oh. Okay.
Mr. Dubois!
Alrighty then.
Mr. Dubois! Harry!
Uh-oh. I don't want to slide. Did I go down the one where I'm going to fail? Keep sliding down the chair like a jello shot. There are no Harrys. Let your mind go to the safe place. Oh, I'm going to fail and just lose immediately, aren't I? I'm going to slide down the chair like a jello shot.
Mr. Dubois, are you okay?
What's
Can I
up?
get you a glass of water or something? Are you
Did I
having
lose
some
a
kind of
point or
medical
something?
emergency?
Maybe you could use your hands somehow, in a kind of throw-in motion, like you're throwing that Mr. Dubois act right back at him. He's Mr. Dubois.
Nah, I'm as good as it gets, Mr. Dubois. Vaguely gesture with your hands above your head. Oh, yeah, man. I'm fucking great. Keep sliding. Actually, this chair is uncomfortable. I could use that glass of water, sit upright, or say, I'm melting. This would be good to show that I'm tougher than I look, and I'm worthy of being an opponent. This would just be horrible. This is losing my mind. And this is pretty much something that I would do, even without being drunk or hungover. So I think we're going to say, nah, I'm as good as it gets, Mr. Dubois.
Don't be dramatic. I can see your condition isn't terminal.
What an odd demonstration of... you got me, Harry. I don't even know what. As entertaining as it was,
Keep you off
I'm
balance.
afraid we're wasting our time. And I'm an extremely busy man, as I'm sure you are too.
Okay, enough. We are here to ask you some questions pertaining to a murder investigation.
Well, Kim did get his blood up. You can get him. This is like the second time he's been prodded into
Quick,
this sort
here's
of
your
thing.
window. Get yourself together and ask him questions. Police officer questions.
Aren't you going to ask me how I got in? You called me Monsieur Dubois. Why? Let's talk about my lost gun. I want to talk about the hanging. I met Joyce, the company representative. Evrart, I'm going to leave now, but we might talk again later. I want to talk about the hanging. The hanging.
Oh, of course. That's your main thing here. That's why you're in Martinez. I know everything that goes on around here, and I would love to discuss it with you.
Yeah, I bet you do absolutely know everything that goes on around here.
I mean, it's no secret that the lynching is connected to the strike. So much to talk about. Honestly, it's been weighing on me so heavily. I understand you need to interview me.
Say nothing, or I sense there's a but.
But there's a thing that's been keeping me up at night. I want to talk about the hanging. I mean, if we could just calmly talk, exchange information, we could blow this thing wide open.
Yes, that sounds good. Let's do that.
Thank you, Kim.
But I can't think straight with this thing weighing on me. You're police officers, aren't you? I have a
Slapped
crazy
himself on
idea.
the forehead.
You guys are basically door-opening machines. Incredibly talented at opening doors.
I've opened a few doors in my life. You've heard wrong, Evrart. We're not. Kim, is that true? Are we door-opening machines? That is where I would go. Kim?
I'm not sure I understand. If you're asking us to break down someone's door, it's not going to happen.
Come now.
Thank you, Kim.
I just need you to go open a little door for me and leave it unlocked. A simple thing. Absolutely nothing shady about it.
I'm sure there's nothing shady at all about
An
it.
excellent opportunity presents itself, sire. You could win the trust of the arch-liar, pretend to play into his hand. Then, should you wish, bend his efforts towards your own.
Oh, any efforts to try and play this man's game on his playing court, on his home field, even without that, trying to think that I'd be able to do that, that is hubris above and beyond the call of duty. This man, why don't you just open it yourself? Whose door is it? I bet you don't even know anything about the hanging. Damn it. Fine, I'll look into it. We need to talk about that murder. Accept the task. I can't accept this thing. Refuse the task for now. Now, I'm going to talk to him, but I got a feeling that unless I do something, he ain't going to yak at all. And any yakking he does, it isn't going to matter. Why don't you just open it yourself?
Harry, I'm a very busy man, and more importantly, I don't have that extraordinary physique you do. You look like you could run around all day.
Oh, thank you for lying to my face.
You want to send someone a message that the police are working for you.
Boy, that Kim is smart.
I repeat, I'm a very, very busy man, Mr. Kitsuragi, and therefore I must occasionally enlist outside help. So what will it be, Harry?
He's not going to talk unless he gets the job done. And I need to talk to him about this, even through the fog of the hangover that's managed to last all day. Damn it, fine. I'll look into it. We need to talk about that murder and accept the task.
Fantastic, my friend. Just let me know when it's done and we can take our friendship to the next level.
He flicks his fingers.
You can get the key from Manana. He's down by the gates. Manana's like a free agent in the Union. Special operations. Hardened socialist. A real free thinker, too. He'll tell you precisely where the door is. One last thing, Harry.
Oh, after smiling, obviously satisfied with how well he planned it all out, just another domino getting ready to fall.
Just open the door. You don't need to go in or anything. I just want that weasel to come home and see the unlocked door.
Now that's fine. So we do have some things like, aren't you going to ask me how I got in? I'm not even sure I would be able to think of that question. I did ask this before and I didn't get an answer. So you call me Mr. Dubois. Why?
Of course. Let us dispatch with the formalities. You call me Evrart, I call you Harry.
So that's really my name?
My God, so it's true. I didn't want to believe it, but you are a fantastic science fiction amnesiac cop, aren't you? What are the odds of that?
I think the odds of that are very low.
It might be a good idea to hide your confusion. I mean, see what his game is first.
It's true, my memory is a bit hazy, but even through... Oh... My memory's fine. I'm just testing you.
So good to hear that, Harry. Apparently my sources were wrong. However, if you did have a spot of memory trouble, I could help you out. With my big fat folder.
Words flow like a river of honey from his lips.
I don't know if I call it honey.
I guess word has already reached him. No matter. No harm done. It's just a brown folder. You can't make out what's written on it.
Of course not. Could be anything.
Are you trying to tell me you've gotten hold of some of our documents?
Ooh. God, Kim. I am so glad you are on my side. I can see some things that are absolutely pointless and won't help me. But Kim is on the ball.
Mr. Kitsuragi, would you mind?
His
Me
eyes
and
never
Harry
leave
are
mine.
talking about his lost identity right now.
Don't just jump to the folder. That's not smart. Shows you're on the edge. Do some probing first.
It can't be retried? That's a high... I start at the top. Let's get this straight. What is my full name? Do you know anything about my family? Do I have a wife or kids, or... What kind of cop does it say I am? Where did you get that folder? Drama. Medium 11. Have another look at the folder. I've got a high chance. Let's talk of other matters for a moment. I'm going to have another look. 72% chance? 72% chance.
As you look at the folder, Evrart covers it with his hand and pets it. He's hiding it from you because it's not a real RCM folder. It's just another one of those brown folders you saw in the file cabinet.
That's not an RCM folder.
Okay, Harry, you got me. This is from the Census Bureau, not the RCM. Those Census Bureau people are absolutely corrupt. You should do something about them.
Even when caught, that doesn't trip
He
him
got the
up.
name from the Census Bureau, and everything else from your actions here in Martinez.
Yes, Mr. Kitsuragi from the Census Bureau. Like I said, now I'm actually a very busy man. So is there anything else I can
He
do
looks
for you, Harry?
annoyed.
That means he doesn't really know anything about you.
God,
pity.
thank you, Kim.
The mystery of you will have to remain a mystery for the time being.
That does happen. So the Census Bureau says my name is Harry Dubois?
Yes, that's what I said. Try to keep up,
Ooh,
okay?
skill point.
Let's move on.
I met Joyce, the company
Oh,
representative.
that's very nice. I haven't gotten around to her yet. I'm very, very busy, you see.
Oh, he's
I hope
pissed
you're
off.
getting along. One thing I want to make
As he
very clear,
adjusts a
Harry,
button on
is
his
that this is
sleeve.
not some kind of union versus corporation situation. Everyone is just pals here.
Just pals.
Yes, we're all trying to do what's best for Martinez. Don't feel like you shouldn't work with her just because you and I are such good friends. I'm not a jealous guy.
What happened to the previous negotiator, Mr. However you pronounce that? Joyce said the previous union leader vanished under suspicious circumstances. Evrart Joyce seems to think the union is lowballing her, something I don't think I'd be able to remember personally. Why haven't you let her in to see you? Okay, let's talk about something else. First, volition. Level up. Accept the changes and close. Bingo. I can learn. Takes me a while, and it's hard, but I can do it. Joyce said the previous union leader vanished under suspicious circumstances.
Vanished? Harry, the woman left her casserole in the oven and couldn't make it here in time for the voting. Oh, did I leave my casserole on? Better go home and check. The election can wait. When she got back, the whole thing was over.
Okay, you're talking about one thing,
Wait,
and
there
I'm
was
talking
no
about
mention
another.
of a casserole from Joyce.
Funny, Joyce didn't mention any casserole.
Harry. Do not fixate on this little matter. Maybe it was a rabbit stew, or a hairdryer, or an iron. The point is, her heart wasn't in it. Mine was.
This particular brand of humor he has, it makes for a fine distraction.
Yes. What happened to the previous negotiator, Mr. I can't remember.
What do you mean, Harry? Nothing. I let him go.
He made concessions for the company in previous negotiations. Why would you let an ally like that go?
He's an old man, Harry. I wanted him to spend more time with his family. God knows how long he's got left.
You called him a midget. Versus, okay, another question.
Harry, I have little people in my organization. I would never call someone a midget. What is this? Honestly, I'm beginning to think you're a midget, Harry. I'm only kidding, Harry. You're not a midget. No one is. We're pals.
Those needles are getting to him. So, Joyce seems to think the Union is lowballing.
Yes, yes. Low balling, of course. This isn't a casino, Harry. Real people, real livelihoods are at stake here. But everything's a casino for those rich types.
I actually am in awe of people that can do this. That can always twist it back. No matter what. Bring everything back to the point. I am in awe of that. Not good awe, bad awe, but awe nonetheless.
His expression makes it clear. This is childish and irresponsible behavior.
Why haven't you let her in to see you?
If she actually wants to see me, she will find a way. Any good negotiator would. And I just don't have anything to discuss with a bad negotiator.
Actually, I can halfway agree with that. Not even on a in the game thing. I mean, it's kind of like true. It's like if you can't figure out how to go negotiate your way to get in to talk to me, you ain't very good at your job, are you? So, I can see that.
He doesn't want to see her. It's a simple
I mean
as that.
that too, but still. But let's talk
Of
about
course,
something
Harry.
else.
Let me just assure you one more time. It's perfectly okay to share anything we discuss here with this Joyce. This is a completely transparent organization. I have no interest in what she is doing, but I myself have nothing to hide. Your business is your business, and I respect your privacy. Just remember, none of this is secret. Tell her about all of
Okay.
it. My brother's picture, my singing swordfish
It
clock.
sings.
Tell her how overweight I am and how I'm helping you find your lost gun. Tell her about everything. Evrart doesn't mind.
Oh, I hope there's something about the fish.
It is rather interesting to tell people things about each other, isn't it? It was nice telling him about her right now.
Aren't you going to ask me how I got in?
Honestly, I didn't want to bring it up, Harry. I heard you have become Measurehead's race pupil.
I really believe in the race, mister, and I'm glad I was given this chance. I hope one day to be able to contribute. I'm not a race pupil. I just listened to some of the things he had to say. It was a tactic. I needed to get in somehow. It's not like I'm a racist now. Yeah, I'm a big racist. It's basically like that in my head all the time. I'm not a race pupil. I just listened to some of the things they had to say.
Of course, Harry. Of course. You're not some kind of a fantastic racist now.
Oh, God.
And rest assured, no one's going to hear about it.
Oh, God. There's always a little dagger to let you know who's in charge. He winks at you.
No one's going to know what you did with race there, Harry. Your race bonanza is safe with me. Word of how racy it got will never leave Martinez.
I'm sure it won't.
Anyway, I assure you, I am a very well-informed man. Information reaches me before I even get the chance to request it.
Yes, you've got eyes and ears everywhere. I'm gonna try. Let's talk about my lost gun. I know I'm going to regret it, but
Yes, your lost gun. My best men are on it. They're turning every stone, searching every playground, asking kids, grandmas, everyone.
oh,
Your gun will be
goody.
found, Harry. Let me assure you of that. It's just a matter of time and effort.
The only way to find it seems to be working with him. He might even be holding your gun hostage.
Yeah. Hold on. Could he really hold my gun hostage? I will not be blackmailed with this gun business. I don't care about my gun. Keep it. Does this mean if I do things for you, I will get my gun back? And I think that one I'm going to try saying. But first, hold on. Could he really hold my gun hostage?
You know, only one thing is certain. If you work with him, you're going to get it back. And working with him might be the only way to do it.
Even through the fog of blackmail hangover, I figured that out. Does this mean if I do things for you, I'll get my gun back?
Damn it, Harry. That's exactly what it means. I'm only kidding, of course.
He turns to the lieutenant. Aha.
Of course. I understand. We help you, you help us.
Quid pro quo. Doesn't that mean you're doing it free? No, that's pro bono. Quid pro quo. Yeah, you scratch my back, I'll scratch yours. Okay. The only thing we have left is Evrart. I'm going to leave now, but we might talk again later.
Wait. You need this to get in and out through the gate.
He reaches into his drawer and pulls out a plastic card. Great. Wouldn't want to get stuck in here.
You're one of us now. A real red and white union man. Take care, Harry.
Oh, that word's going to get out and around too. Okay. Items. First, the giant novelty check. This 20 by 50 centimeter check looks like it's meant to be handed over ceremoniously on a gala-like event. It supposedly exchanges for 25 real at your local Fritz store. Below the number, a careful hand has written the words, okay. Constable's rent. All of it. Note worthless in a pawn shop. We've looked at the rest of these things. Clothing. There's the jacket. A police cloak made from heavy tarpaulin. It would be nigh wind and waterproof if there weren't 3 bullet holes scattered on the surface. The signature white regna rectangle of the RCM covers the garment's back. Okay. I thought there was something else that I hadn't looked at yet. But apparently, I have. And then, of course, the new thing. Get the key to the weasel's door. We might as well grab it on the way out. Goodbye, Evrart. Good thing we got a key. Where are things like that? Like, there's no thing up here for that thing. So, I don't know. Maybe things... Obviously, I'm just blind. And I'm not looking at the right thing. Oh. Yep. The shipyard ahead is all be quiet. The great machines are sleeping. Well, yeah. People are on strike, I think. I don't mind double-clicking, in case anyone is curious. A composite eye of halogen lights watches you, emitting a low buzz. The Eye of Sauron. I've forgotten how we get out of here. Okay, so this way. It's a big map, and I don't know how to make it scroll if you can. Okay, remember, talk to Mignana. Of course, you probably have to talk to Mignana, whether you want to or not. Okay. There's a long way around. Okay. Get closer to that door. Alright. Talk to Manana. Hey there, Manana.
So, how'd you like our harbor?
He looks at me with his hazy eyes.
You've been in there, he means. Talked to the boss man too, probably.
Was nice enough. Labor utopia, not approvingly. Complete shit. Was nice enough.
It's but a rest area on the path leading across open plains.
He nods solemnly, then turns to you, a wide smile adorning his face.
Right. You talk to the boss, eye to eye, like men of the plain. If you have any more questions, I'm set to talk.
Any idea who killed the hanged man?
The mercenary, eh? Who could have killed
He
him? That's indeed the
shrugs.
question. Why even do such a thing?
He shakes his head solemnly. The merc was hanged with a very specific type of a cargo belt, one often used in heavy transport. For example, harbors. Even the word area is in there. The harbor is a prime area of suspicion. In your opinion, are the dock workers involved in the killing? Let's change
The
the
man
topic.
whispers a jaunty tune. A coastal breeze ruffles
I'm
his
trying to
hair.
get the key. I don't care about the other stuff right at the moment. We gotta get this done so we can get the real stuff done. I'm not trying to get started. My head hurts. Evrart said you have a key to a door?
A key, huh? What door is this key supposed to open?
He said it belonged to a weasel. I was hoping you could tell me. I don't know. Some whistleblowers, I think? I'm just gonna go with he said it belonged to a weasel.
Oh, say no more. I got you.
He taps the side of his nose with a little wink.
I got that key right here. And let me tell you, it's mighty good of you to help us out during the strike. Working class solidarity, as they say.
I saw an opportunity and I took it. I'm a hustle grinder. I heard something about a weasel, and it didn't sound like a local polar weasel, if you get what I mean. I'm not opening this door for myself. I'm opening it for all working men. I'm not really doing this for political reasons. I'm not opening this door for myself. I'm opening it for all working men.
I knew this man was a commie. And it's a good thing you're doing too. Thanks.
He smiles, tilting his head.
What you're looking for is a basement door behind the greenhouse. That's behind the whirling in rags. That's all I know. Our
Basement door
organization is
behind
what
the
you call
greenhouse.
compartmentalized. Means we keep out of each other's business.
Which is a smart way to do it, but that means the higher up you go, still, somebody knows everything.
Okay, but where did you get the key from?
Smart Kim,
The
but
janitor gave it to me. Nice fella. We talked about life and things that really, truly matter.
yeah, his gaze wanders off into the distance.
None of this mess we're in. This jiving and juggling. What's it for? To
He
feed our
doesn't
children,
wait for
I
your
guess.
answer. Anything else I should know about this task? This weasel person? Well, be home?
I'm more of a philosophical dock worker. I like to talk about the big picture stuff. Who I am, who you are, what we are fighting for.
The man takes a big sip from his flask.
He means he's not going to tell you, cause he doesn't
Yeah.
know. But he will shoot his mouth off with you now that you're working for Evrart.
Yeah, but good talking to you. Gotta run. We're running. We're gonna run. I gotta be on the lookout for bottles and stuff to pick up. I ain't gonna bother talking to... Oh. You know what? Let's check it out. First, do I have any more bottles for this?
The tear machine stands in the corner. A sign says, one bottle
Well, I'm gonna
equals 10
insert
cents.
my bottles.
Your bottles clunk into the machine, and the money appears with a satisfying
I made
jingle.
some cash. Let's go talk to her and see if I can actually cash this giant novelty check.
Is this about the questions again? Because I don't really know anything.
I need to exchange this novelty check for cash.
Wow. I didn't know you worked for the Union, sir.
She rolls up the giant novelty check. Looks like she's seen it before. And slips it under the counter.
Anything else I can do for you?
No, you don't work for the Union. The Union works for you by supplying you with cash.
I can go with that.
That was easy. Worryingly so.
Well, let's leave then. We're still at open the apartment door, but the basement door behind there. So we're gonna go and do that. Trying to find the tab key. Back to the Worthing and rags. Now I got an itchy spot on my arm. Didn't we look around the greenhouse before? How much can we get around that? Can we even get there from this side? I can't remember anything. I don't remember. I don't recall. How do I get over here? How did I get over there? Do I have to get there by going the long way around, don't I? Will this even work? We'll find out. It's too easy to... Oh, let me dig through the trash. Go on. Gonna be able to pay off this debt before too long. Is this more trash? Or is this the
A
mailbox?
dented
I
yellow
forgot.
mailbox greets
Oh.
you with
Goodbye, mailbox. I can't steal your mail. I wouldn't want to. Okay. Oh, did I already dig through this one for cash? Can I?
this
there anything there to
coin-operated
steal?
viewer.
Darn it, I'm not gonna. Oh wait, this trash. Just a minute, Kim. You gotta. You gotta keep your mind open for something.
Whoa. What have we here?
A bridge?
A bridge with loose nails and rot-infested wood that creaks in the wind. A construction code violation if there ever was one.
Kim, it looks like we've got a construction code violation.
Sure. They never cleaned up the war damage. The rest of Ravachol looks better, though.
Well, Lieutenant, think about the splinters.
The bridge is fine enough. Locals use it all the time, after all. It's nothing to worry about. Shall we?
Okay. That's fair. If you're not worried about it, I'm not worried about it. Okay. Now, was it through here that we get back? First, maybe there's some cash here. An orange bum hat. Oh, some Nosafed. Okay. That's the basement door. isn't it?
This must be it. The basement door is weather-worn. The copper nails holding the upholstery in place have turned green from sea air, and there's a knocker shaped like a lion's head.
Carefully knock. Press your ear against the door. Use Manana's key to unlock it, or leave. I'm just going to unlock it. If there's somebody in there, oh well.
You try to be as silent as you can. It takes a bit of rattling of the handle to loosen the bolt.
Of course it does.
Finally, the door unlocks with a small clack. Thoughts race through your head.
I imagine they do.
There's nothing else to do than to leave and tell Evrart. No conceivable reason for you to intrude on the premises.
I'm trying for self-deletion through drink, not to take anyone else down with me.
There might be important information in the apartment. I mean, there might.
And I'm not a thief. These barrels are half full of rainwater. This partially is myself intruding. I did not and refused to break like that when I was an active alcoholic, and I almost died. I should have died from my alcoholism. I blew a .545 on the breathalyzer when I went into the not rehab, it's the place detox, and started working over the next year to get sober. I should have died, but the one thing I never did was steal from anybody, so I can't see myself doing it. And Kim would not be happy. Maybe, or at least that's the way I feel about it. Chairs and tables eaten by rain and rot, huh? A balcony with a view to the yard and the hanging. And there's a guy up there. Garden hose. This won't be of use till the snow melts. I could try going up to talk to this guy. But
Hey, what's that noise down there?
But we're not going to worry about that right now. We'll look in here real quick. -1 to my rhetoric, though. Yeah, I'm on my way. We are on my way. And I would like to thank each and every one of you that is watching for coming along with me on this journey of exploration. I was blindsided before by what was happening, and I needed a day to calm down. But having done so, even before that, I had always planned to come back. I had long since learned that if I'm upset, I need to simply step back and away from the situation so I can calm down. And that's what I did. And now I'm back. And I think I did pretty good. I hit those times to heal myself when I needed to. Now I've increased my volition. I have an extra thingamajiggy here in my thought cabinet. Do I need that anymore? I don't need that anymore, do I? how do I get it out of my head? But, you know, like, I don't know. Well, for right now, since I don't know what's happening and my brain hurts. This is such a long distance to walk and run. Okay, Evrart.
Mr. Dubois, a pleasure as always. You don't have to sit down this time, since you've already sat on that chair.
Yes, I opened the door you asked me. Can we discuss the murder now?
I'm very glad to hear that, Harry. One question. You didn't actually happen to stumble in and see what's inside the apartment, did you?
You didn't ask for that, and I am a literalist, and I am only surface level. I can't see what you're asking me unless you tell me explicitly, and I mean me. So that is going to affect the way that I play a game. If I was supposed to do that, I would not be able to pick that up. Personally, me, unless you spell it out.
He's trying to figure out if you're lying.
Okay. The deal wasn't for me to go inside, so I didn't.
You're right, Harry. You only had to unlock the door, which you did. So we're all good here.
He was testing you, and you succeeded.
Well then.
Now let's get down to brass tacks. It's time for men like me and you to figure out who's killed who and why. Real police work is gonna start happening now. I promise you, Harry, this is gonna be good.
Can I quick save here? I can't even save the game either, can I? I've already been close to an hour. You said the lynching and the strike are related. How?
By now, I'm sure you figured out who the dead man was working for. The bad guys. Wild Pines. Sent to scare us. Another violent measure of the top hats against us flatcaps.
What do
Harry,
you
this
mean?
strike is the culmination of many, many mistakes made by the Wild Pines group. They tried to shut the strike down by sending in armed mercenaries.
You mean our victim?
A security contractor.
He
Can you
nods
imagine
gravely.
that? Workers standing in peaceful protest, united in the spirit of fellowship, and they
Yes.
send hired killers to mow us down with machine gun fire.
He
Did
performs
they?
a motion as if spraying bullets from a machine gun.
Well, of course.
I'm talking beasts, hardened killers from proxy wars in Yisut, Semenine, Saramaritsa, you name it, they've done it. Raping,
Well,
killing,
you know,
burning
we're
villages,
just going to
killing
talk over
little
the
children
top of
for the
this
Senorita
part,
Pineapple Company,
just
Harry.
so that hopefully the algorithm is not going to get too upset
Everything
over
they
that.
did there, they brought over here. They want to turn Revachol into a third world slum. Honestly, the only thing they didn't do is kill the village elephant.
Hold on. You have a village elephant?
No, Harry, the elephant is metaphorical and so is the village, but the mercs and their brutality are very real.
Go on.
Now, I haven't personally witnessed the brutalities out there. I have the luxury of staying in my container, you see. If I need to go somewhere, they just move my container.
Wait, they just moved the container?
Yes, I'm an old man, Harry. My legs aren't what they used to be. They lift my office with that big crane. It's actually very fun. You should try it.
Okay.
But enough about me and my fun container. The killers the company hired, I think there were 3 of them, all hardened commando types. One of them got downright suicidal, getting drunk, violent, a little
Oh,
rapey.
yeah, of
Even their
course.
own negotiator couldn't control him. That's your boy, the one who likes hanging out and trees.
By
Well, well, well.
negotiator, you mean Joyce?
Harry, what you need to realize is, we dock workers are not pushovers.
Never said you were, but now you're showing me the claws.
We got grit, Harry. This whole neighborhood does. Push us hard enough and we push back. And when we do, we push to kill.
Well, who exactly did the pushing?
There's a militant wing inside the Union. A group of people whose duties don't involve manual labor, but peacekeeping in the neighborhood, making sure everything runs smoothly.
That sounds a bit like organized crime.
Yeah. Your own personal hit squad.
They're like you guys. Idealistic people who want to make sure bad things don't happen. And if they already have, well, punishment must follow.
Again, that sounds like organized crime.
Yeah. Personal
So
hit
these
squad.
idealists killed our victim?
One day Titus Hardy, leader of this peacekeeping faction, comes up to me and says, "Boss, socialist democratic fervor drove us to take it upon ourselves to kill this beast that was burdening the land."
I'm sure they did.
He probably worded it differently, but that was the idea. Sure sounded to me like they killed him. I gave them 2 weeks paid leave and told them to lay low to avoid retaliation.
Aren't you worried we might arrest them for this?
Obviously not.
No, I'm not at all worried about that. These are not the kind of men who get arrested. They're Martinez boys, tough and gritty. I'd like to see the man who takes them in. Besides, I sent my lawyer girl to look after them.
He places a lot of faith in that lawyer girl. Perhaps this is a tactical error. Anyway.
I want to conclude for now because I've been so long at this, but I am afraid I wouldn't be able to come back. But we are going to... I'm going to try... Oh, God. How do you know the mercenaries were hired by the lawyer
How do
shipping
I
company?
know? Let me tell you about these people. That's their MO. It's what they do.
Slamming his
Last
fists on the
winter, some
table.
poor workers in Terminal E went on a little strike. The company sent in Sediment, a security contractor. The strike was over the workers' right to wear protective footwear, Harry. These guys turn up and start beating people. Tell you what, Harry, I wouldn't be surprised if we got the same mercenary company, after a little rebranding. And I'm sure as hell not surprised to see an army of scabs under my gates.
So you believe the scabs were organized by the security contractor?
You said it. Hell, one of those guys looks big enough to take down that proverbial elephant.
Slams his fist on
Boys
the
like
desk
that
again.
don't just happen to show up during strikes.
That does sound quite unlikely, yes. The big guy leading the scabs at the gate is colossal.
Indeed. You mentioned the lawyer
Oh,
girl?
Liz is a bright one. I paid
He
for that
grins
law degree
proudly.
myself, thinking it'll probably turn her all fancy. But hell, Harry, she came back a firebrand socialist. Sometimes she scares me with her zeal.
Tell me about Titus Hardy and his crew?
Oh, they are simply fine young men, all 7 of them. Exemplary union members, always working to advance their position in the local socialist democratic movement. Core members. Old Theo used to run them, but things really kicked into gear when Titus took the reins and named the group after himself. Gotta love his initiative.
Interesting. Who's second in command?
They're almost all of them great guys, born leaders.
Uh-huh.
Whatever happened, I'm sure they only had the best interests of Martinez and Revachol in mind. Work with them.
I'm sure.
Hell, interview them. But don't fight them. They really
I
are
wouldn't
just
fight.
like you. Men who like beer, women, and some order on the streets.
Well, where can I find them? The Union booth in the Worldling was empty.
You know what, Harry? I got a feeling they're going to show up in full force tomorrow.
Points both
The
index
lieutenant
fingers.
marks something in his notebook.
I'm not ready for that. So we're going to conclude for now.
Was it a good talk? I'm not sure we made much headway here.
He leans
I
back,
was
suddenly
hoping we'd
worried.
bust the case wide open. Heck, I even wanted to tell you what I really want to achieve with the strike.
No, you didn't.
I don't know what happened, Harry. I wanted you to feel like Mr. Martinez. And of course, I also wanted you to find your gun. But it's like I can't completely trust you. Yet.
Yeah?
Yes, Harry. It's like I can't fully trust you if you're not a man of the left. I want to, but I just can't.
A man of the left, so you have to be a social democrat. He's been hurt too much in the past by men who aren't social democrats.
I have too much empathy. I'm not a man of the left. I'm a patriot of Revachol. You're right not to trust me. I take care of me. I'm a hustler. I'm a grind. I'm a money engineer. What's that supposed to mean? I'm more left than you are. This is another corrupt scheme, isn't it? I'm neither left nor right. I do what my heart tells me to do. Nah, that takes too much thinking. And since I threw Kami out accidentally. It's either this one or this one. Patriot of Revachol or... I'm a patriot of Revachol.
Just between us, I don't care for those lefty dinks either. It's all about power, and here's how we're gonna get it. I need you to be my kinsman, Harry.
And what would this entail?
Once again, I require nothing unethical or illegal of you. You just need to get 2 little signatures on this piece of paper, and then mail it to my accountant in La Delta.
What are the
I'm
signatures
glad you
for?
asked, Harry. The Union is going to build a modern youth centre in Martinez. It will be righteous. We're gonna get those teenagers off drugs and on roller skates. There's a nameless little street on the coast with some old houses around it. Most people have already signed. I just need 2 more signatures to get this mission off the ground, Harry.
Kim, what do you think of this?
It depends. I don't think what we just got from Mr. Clare was very useful.
As I said, it weighs on me heavily.
It
But
does,
once
I
we get
imagine.
really talking, well, I'm gonna hand you the keys to Martinez, and maybe even help you figure out who's behind this killing.
You just
He's
already
saying
halfway...
as little as possible, as vaguely as he can, deliberately omitting things.
Fine. If I happen to be there, I can ask
You bring
them.
joy to my heart, Harry. Such a pleasure to be working with you. Here,
He hands you an open
you
white
need to get
envelope.
signatures from Isabel Sadie and Lillian Carter. The cul-de-sac is right past the pawn shop and across the canal. I hear there is some trouble with the water lock, but they should fix it by Wednesday morning.
Okay.
Once you have the
Quick
signatures,
twice.
mail this to 13022 La Rocca in La Delta. Then I'll know you're a real Kingsman and a patriot.
Evrart, I'm going to leave now, but we
See
might
you
talk
soon,
again later.
Demonetized. Just kidding, but not too much.
Yes. Well, we have things. An interacting thing. A white envelope with a stamp attached to the upper right corner, handed to you by Evrart Clare. Inside are some legal documents with 2 names printed on them. Those names, both signatures are required. And we need to go and get those 2 signatures for Evrart. So, we're going to continue with this next time and do this. Thank you very much for coming along with me. As I said, along on this journey of exploration, it is greatly, greatly appreciated. I do appreciate and enjoy games. I can speak English, I promise. I do appreciate all of you, but I do enjoy games. So I was trying to mush 2 things together. And this is good. So, until we meet again, you take care. Have a great day today. I will see you on the flip side. And that is indeed a very, very good thing.